Welcome to the Nasty Rally Talk Show. I'm your host, Nasty Leroy. My co-host is holding up with some projects, and he cannot make it today. We're a little late, but we're here. Uh, so let's get down to business. Welcome to the show where I talk about just wrestling, talk about my wrestling life in wrestling. We cover all forms of wrestling. We don't have a particular bias or thing that we cover. We talk about TNA, WWE, ROH, independent territories. You name it, we calling it. We talking about it. So today is solo, but next time I won't be solo. So um, everybody's talking about Bad Blood, and everybody uh let's talk about their stuff. So I won't go too far into it. So I'll just say Bad Blood was a good solid pay per view. It was a good 7. It was a good 7. It's a good 7. It's a good solid pay per view. Did the job what it needed to do. Raw. I'm sure they have a show for that. So I'm not gonna talk about that. But Raw was pretty good. Um. By the way, this show is not only just to talk about my life in independent wrestling, and not only just those particular main. We're gonna talk about people who are on gonna be what we call a segment called Rap Bastard of the Week. Okay. Rap Bastard of the Week is any wrestler that I feel is out here making rap bastard moves. That means it don't matter what promotion. If I feel like you're making rap bastard moves, you're gonna be at a firm from the territories to the national TV stream. It don't matter. So on top of that, we got some good stuff going on. We got Master Leroy Approves, where I get my seal of approval of wrestlers you should be looking out for. Whether it be on the territory circuit or places in national TV companies that you don't know that they're doing their thing. Other than that, we're just gonna talk, we're just gonna vibe, and this is what it is. The show is about. We have conversations with I bring my friend occasionally he's on here that are doing things in the wrestling world and stuff like that. So that being said, the first topic I'm gonna get on to is this weekend. I got New South Wrestling and I got Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be in Lawrenceville, Georgia. One's gonna be in McDonough, Georgia. So if you're in those areas, come on out, get your tickets. They will be on the Facebook of Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling and the Instagram page, and it should have a link in the bio. So that being said, also I will do this at the end, but might as well get this in the way since we just starting out. Uh, so if you want to support this cause, support this show, you can follow me on Twitter and let you know when I go on live. At that Nasty Leroy and official Nasty Leroy. And you could definitely check out my merch at bringbustertees.com/Nasty Leroy. And for your wear /Nasty Leroy, we got the Nasty Hottie jackets. We got the Nasty Hottie jerseys. Coming soon. We're trying to work on like getting the Nasty team jackets, so everybody can get one. Also, all shirts, pants, I don't know, long sleeve shirts, they don't brain busters. So, definitely gonna be the flyest person wearing, from the flyest man out here in these wrestling streets and in these streets in general. So that being said, get out the way. Uh, in wrestling, I like to I like a lot I like a blend of wrestling. I don't have a particular style that I like. And being that is, I like my wrestling all different kinds of styles. I like lucha. I like hardcore. I like strong style. I like comedy. I like all that shit. I like a melting pot. I don't get on I don't get angry at a certain style or anything like that. I don't do that. That's just not my bag. I don't rant about companies. It's not my place to rant about companies because it's never been my thing. Even before I was in wrestling, it's never been my thing. So if you think you're gonna get another show that's gonna rant about AEW, WWE, NWA, Ring of Honor, shit, any other show you can imagine that people talk negatively about, I have my critiques, and I'll tell you why I have my critiques. And when my co-host is here, he can tell you his stuff too. Um, so that's what you're gonna get on this show. And being that, also on Randy from Facebook. So being that I said, I like Ricochet's run right now. I think it's pretty good. I think he needs a manager. Matter of fact, I know he needs a manager, but he's doing okay. He's doing okay in his in ring thing. He's trying to follow himself on the mic, be more free on the mic. I think but also, I think he needs a manager. There's only a few managers that can make Ricochet look good. So I hope he goes with either MVP or, if he's looking for a manager and he's looking for somebody to talk to represent him right, he can call that man. That being said, I think he's doing pretty good. I think he's got to get more of his feet on in his AEW career. But right now, he's been having good matches. Him and Will Ospreay tomorrow are gonna rip it up. It's gonna be some cool shit going on. Yeah. So what else? People talking about The Rock and stuff. Talking about his comeback, the Bloodline story, and all that kind of stuff. And that's cool. I like it. That's nice. Uh, that's a lot. That's a never-ending story, which is cool. But I have a feeling people gonna like the story either way it goes. And if you don't, you don't. You do, you do. I'll say this. The story that I got went Selena Vega. That was on Monday Night Raw, right? There is a what you call it? There is a I don't know. I would say it's rust, but it wasn't hitting the same as I thought it would hit the same. But I understand this was a match that it told it put it hit. I guess it didn't hit the same because it just didn't feel like people cared. And that's the sad part. But I see why they're chaining together the story of the Pure Fusion Collective, aka I'll call them Tap Out Mafia. You know. So that being said, I hope that all gets all, and I hope Raquel grants. I hope Raquel does a lot of stuff with the Judgment Day, but to the Selena point, I hope Selena gets a one-on-one match, and shows why she's very underutilized. So that being said, going on to talk about a few things going on. I got comedy appearances coming up. We got comedy appearances coming up soon. We're on our way to get to kill Tony, and we're working our way to use a successful set at Kill Tony. So if you're in the Atlanta area and you want to see that, man, come see me at the Left Skull Lounge or in Camp Creek or other places. It's thing with AEW right now that I like, and I don't think they're gonna get that credit. I like that Willow is being more aggressive ever since the street fight. So I do like that. And that's one of my good spots of like, I like how they show Queen Aminata. I want them to keep showing Queen Aminata, and I want them to keep showing Anna Jay and showing out in the women's division. But right now, we're gonna take a little. We touched on mainstream wrestling. Now we're gonna take a little time to tell you about what's going on in the land of the independent wrestling territory circuit. So this weekend, Saturday night, the company that I haven't worked for in a while, but I still rock on them. I still rock for everybody. Well, not everybody there, but some people there. And this weekend is the Auto War annual war game style match. But it's a war game style match, but it's a little different. We get a little twist on it. It's a Auto War because it is a war game style, but it's deathmatch version of this particular style. So, being that it was built up that weeks and weeks and weeks everywhere around the country. GCW goes, Joey and Manders and Effie and Megan Bain are was gonna be in that match. Megan Bain is hurt. Megan Bain is legit hurt that she had to pull out the match. She hate to see that. Yeah, she hate to see that. But it's gonna be a war. I'm looking forward to that card in the Showboat. The Showboat cards are always super stacked. They're always going to hit. I think the Auto War, the Homecomings, are the big pay views that are the really good ones that are really they knock it out the park. So shout out to Brett Lauderdale and Joey and all them they're gonna put on a fantastic card. They've been ripping it up in this past year, going to Japan and doing their stuff. I always say that GCW is an international. Well, I can't really call it an independent, to be honest. Like, I know because people don't have TV, it's not an independent. But they don't Thriller. They have Stream. They have like where you can watch it. But like, I don't consider them as an indie. Like, I know they do still consider themselves, or other people consider themselves as an indie, but I don't. I actually think of them as the third largest, not even largest, the third company in pro wrestling. Like TNH fourth, even if they're selling out their stuff. But for right now, because people get mad on the internet, and they get a little feelings hurt, like, oh no, GTW's a indie and stuff. It's a big indie, but it's an indie nonetheless. So we'll just keep it as an indie. I'm talking in the indie range, but yeah, shout out to that. The whole card is stacked. I didn't really get to see everybody on the card. So I would like to say names, but I don't know all people on the card. But yeah, it's gonna be some banger matches. Um, yeah. Another news of independent wrestling. Uh, Here in my new South wrestling thing, we got Tony Evans, his Rat Bastard crew, fighting my boy, getting my boy arrested. Dani Prime Time, and you know I really don't appreciate that shit. That shit pisses me off. To be honest. So I'm definitely gonna be popping up in New South. Anyway, I'm probably gonna if anything, just even if there is a surprise tag team partner, but I don't think it's me because I was not being hit up, but I'll be there still. So whoever that is, I know I know they're gonna have Donnie's back and stuff. So yeah, that Tony has been pissing me off for the longest. Anyway, check out New South Wrestling, the YouTube channel. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's really good promotion. The modern day Mid South wrestling promotion of today out here in these streets. So that's what I think about that. They got I got the New South champion is going to be putting up his title against the NWA Women's World Champion and homegrown talent, homegrown territory talent, of New South Wrestling, Kenzie Page. So that should be a fire ass match. And Big Dave versus the Mongrel. It should be some good stuff. So if you're in the New South, if you're in the Alabama area, if you're in Florence or in the surrounding areas, definitely check out New South Wrestling. This week, that's what I got going on. Assuming make my debut up in Massachusetts for Wrestling Open. Well, I'm going to have to talk to Duke Cardero to get me on that card. Just even if I gotta do trials, even that I feel like I shouldn't have to do trials, but if I gotta do that just to get me in the door, sure. By the way, support your local, but if you're in Massachusetts and you live in Worcester, there is wrestling there. There is local wrestling. There is territory wrestling, and there's Beyond Wrestling. So go to that and support, man. Support the people, support the wrestlers. That's all we need and stuff. I've been getting into Stardom lately. Is there good, some holy good ass wrestlers overly, but like these last few months I've been in Stardom, and I got a good roster. But I'm gonna wait for my co-host to come back and say about his PV that you should look for. But all right, this is what I'm thinking. Everybody's talking about the Cody and the Roman and all that kind of stuff. But the real question is MOW has been doing a thing. Alex Kane is the flag bearer. He's the fucking top guy, main eventer of MOW. So I'm gonna put this question. I ain't no question. I'm gonna put this thing out. I would like to see MOW do more stuff. They're actually doing really good houses. They're really doing thing. They're doing center stage. He's doing all these good smaller venues, and they're packing them out. So I definitely want to see them get on a streaming deal or anything. But I definitely gotta have Alex on here talk about his stuff with MOW, and yeah, it should be wild at some point that we should have a good ass conversation. It's my dog and everything. So that being said, me just talking, let's talk. Let's break down that while NXT's going on, I don't think people who are to this first time knowing that there is a history of women's wrestlers that came from Japan, but not only that, but they came from international waters to come to Shimmer. Shimmer Women's Wrestling was and it's a sad thing that it's gone away because I feel that a lot of women now can benefit a Shimmer, a Shine. I think Shine's still around, but like a Shimmer, I think they can benefit the learning against international wrestlers. A lot of people don't know that Rhea Ripley started in Shimmer Women's Wrestling when she did her first American appearance. Her, Shaza, Katie Slater, you name it, Chili, Melissa, LaFisto, like Natalia, Becky Lynch, Bailey, Willow, like the who's of women's wrestling. And I try to wave the flag and let people know that, hey, that whole roster was all Shimmer women of Mae Young Classic. So, makes it on the video. Praise act and stuff. I don't know why I'm yelling. Had on the show all the Shimmer videos. on Mae Young Classic. So when you look at, I would think everybody except for Coda Bray and Roxy probably the only women that are on national TV that haven't been in that system. So if you do yourself a favor, go to their YouTube channel. If you don't have the money to pay high spots and stuff, you can still look up some Shimmer stuff on YouTube. So that being said, people on YouTube do that. So yeah. It's a time to get to what I think is going on in today. Of let's talk about the one thing you're gonna know about me over here. Tribalism does not exist, and for those who think it does, you living 2 months on the internet, dog. It's really sad when a person wants to only associate with one company, only be closed-minded, and watch only one wrestling company, which is crazy to me because as a kid growing up watching wrestling, if I knew there was another promotions when I was a kid other than ECW, I would have loved it. And then even then, when I was a teenager, I loved finding Ring of Honor, and then I loved finding CTW, then I loved finding AAW, and then PWG. And those was only the 3 top ones that I knew about at the time. Looking back at it, they had a couple of ones locally too that I could have gone to and whatever. But yeah. So I don't get it. I won't never get it. I can't never get it. I went to Wally Mania and I didn't see no tribalism. Every tribalistic fan can see Wally Mania and see that doesn't happen only on the internet. Only on the internet. If you say WWE versus the AEW, this does better, you get a whole ass argument or whatever. And what I want people to do is stop being so tribalistic and watch TNA, watch Ring of Honor, watch all the promotions. But if you can't watch all the promotions, that's okay. At least watch the TNA and just watch your WWE, watch your SmackDown, watch your Raws. And if you just watch AEW, 9 times out of 10, I don't really find AEW fans there are some that just watch AEW and they don't really watch anything else. But if you do, there's other places that you can watch. If you need an education, me and Sam P can help you out, even though he's not here right now, but can guide you in the right direction on matches. Because I really think that people who just like one particular promotion, they're just not introduced to different stuff. They're not introduced or willing to check it out. As long as you're willing to check it out and willing to want to watch it, that's okay. That's the good thing. That is a great thing that you want to do that. But at the same time, you gotta not listen to these people who are just AEW this and AEW WWE is the best promotion in the world and AEW is bad, WWE is good, and what kind of stuff are we on? Being that it is and I'm the only host, and I'm solo, I'm going to cut it short before 10 o'clock. Might as well. But I ain't doing it now. So I will say, everybody wants to know. I'm sure everybody wants to know. I am not going to add any of the known rap bastards that's already rap bastards to the rap bastard of the week. So that being said, I will add new people. The Rap Bastard of the Week is Tony Evans. Why? Who is Tony Evans? The OWW former champion. He is one of the top guys in Kentucky and in New South. And he thinks he be cooking me on Twitter, but he don't. He looks like his chicken is too bland. He looks like if he had a black girlfriend, she the only one seasoning the food. Anyway, that be here, there. Mary Cordona's not on the Rap Bastard of the Week because he's always a rap bastard. And she's not on there because I'm just tired of talking about it. So that being said, there is a few people that I can truly say that I've had a hand in training, or I've like been in the locker room with them and seen their growth and be cool with them. So this week's Nasty Leroy approved is Brooke fucking Havoc. I'm not saying freaking, fucking Havoc. Brooke fucking Havoc. Fellow Nightmare Factory alumni, and I'm so proud of her getting more dates with GCW. She had those 3 dates, and then GC wanted to bring her back. So shout out to her. She's doing her thing. She's gonna be with Miyu and Ritani, and it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be classic match alert, dog. Next up is that you will definitely be hearing more about him more and more. Is Darian Bankston. Darian Bankston's got his own flow. It's got his own style. It's called a catch flow style. And for all you rats, and you know who you are, because it's all I be watching. For all you rats that you think you came up with new shit, but you really stole from Darian, acting like it's original, you need to be called out. Matter of fact, I'm not just gonna call him out. I'm gonna have Darian on the show, and we're gonna call him out. He's married too nice of a guy to say it. And some of you just doing it is probably his friends doing it. Not his close friends, but some of you friends that's cool with him will say that. Man, the audacity you guys are doing is crazy. So nationally approved would be another nationally approved athlete that you definitely should check out. It's Big Dave. He's making his way. He's the modern day Man MTA. If you like your old school wrestling, you like Man MTA, you're definitely gonna like Big Dave. And the best rising tag team right now. I'm gonna be completely biased, as Tyler always says that I am. The best rising tag team in independent wrestling and in the independent territory circuit is the Superstars, the Hard Targets, and what's the third one? Oh, Top Team. Top Team is one of my favorites and stuff. So they are nationally approved. And one more. Or a few. Well, let's just say a couple more. I think if you haven't checked out a Derek Neal match, you are missing the fuck out. If you like Smash Mouth wrestling, if you like, old school brawlers, Derek Neal is your guy. He's definitely nationally approved. It's a lot of people out here just doing their thing. Shout out to Teriyaki, international wrestling superstar. He's out here killing it. He comes on Ring of Honor TV and made a great appearance. Shout out to them. Shout out to that whole Top Team thing. I'm trying to think who else will be necessarily approved, but right now it is nobody else. The best champions right now in wrestling are Kenzie Page, Jordan Grace, and Liv Morgan, because he's definitely elevated her character. but definitely Kenzie Pace. Oh, and can't not add Athena. So that being said, if you don't have them on your current women's champion list, my current favorite singles wrestlers right now that I like are a mix between different people. Can never stop hating Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and that whole group that it got going on. Shane Taylor's been my one for years. Definitely check out more Shane Taylor. O'Shea Edwards ripping and running all over the Northeast and international circuit. So he should definitely be not only be signed but be on somebody's TV immediately. Shout out to Ray McCorn. But anyway, shout out to everybody at Ashe Wrestling. I'm not even just gonna pick this person from there because everybody's dope as hell from there. Shout out to Darius Lockhart. Even he's a rat bastard, shout out to him. He's really good. So these are the long list of Nasty approved stuff. So that being said, yeah, a good solo episode. I think a good solo episode. Currently cooking up some stuff on my own. Stuff coming on, which is really good. Oh, if you haven't checked out Angelica Rest, there's another female that's dope as shit. Singles wise, Angelica is one of probably like she just gets it like, and I don't know like she used to watch. I don't know if she was maybe like a couple years ago when I met her. She was like new to watching wrestling, but she had watched it enough that she wanted to do it and stuff. So shout out to her. And Angelica Reyes is definitely one that you definitely should watch for. OVW is to keep her immediately. Her, Freya the Slayer, and then Hyena Hair is one of my favorite people. Not just to travel with, but also one of my favorite heels right now. The females that I like to see. I like to see a good baby with her and stuff. So she was on Wrestling Open, so she was in the Battle Royal. Go check that out. Yeah. So those are my Nasty approved female singles wrestlers. Oh, Emily J. Emily J has only been 2 years in probably now, and is really doing her thing. She's really improving leaps. I don't say leaps and bounds. She's improving, but she will be leaps and bounds. But yeah. Tag teams right now. My favorite tag teams right now that Nasty approved is right now. I've always liked these guys, and I'm proud of that growth. The Infantry. So shout out to the Infantry doing anything. I saw them this past weekend at Action Wrestling, and the kids love Carly Bravo. The kids love, they love the Infantry. To say that, I'm gonna go say this little one or the other. So I'm not trying to call a rift, but if anybody can clip this particular parts, I appreciate that. Of course, we're gonna talk about we're gonna go back in the mainstream, and we're gonna talk about what Triple H said. It's a bad choice, and I think we all know this. It was a bad choice for him to say what he said. As they said on the media scrum before, Cody says that to his wife, he said they don't always waste for bone in his body. And his wife said, if I guess it was so he says, I don't see color, I don't see race. And Brandy said, if you don't see color, what's the line? The line was, damn, I can't even remember that line. But basically, you don't see my struggle, you don't see my representation, you don't see how I go through things. So I think it's very like a bad move where I'm sure he wanted to just get it out the way, but like, don't make you look good, Trips. Don't make you look good. I believe that Triple H is not really a racist. I don't really get that feel from him. Like I feel like he's changed, and if he was a racist, you couldn't sell me on it because he's for so many black people and stuff. But that don't mean nothing, I guess, right? But I don't think he is. I don't think he is. So that being said, just gotta get your better media team, brother. It's what it is. But we do need to have good black wrestlers that are on the top, like that we can see the WWE World Champion. And I think we're in good hands. We got Oba, Trek. If he gets getting better, we will have him as a champion. So shout out to that. And yeah. So that being said, it's about to be 9 here. I think I'm gonna wrap it up early because I don't like not having my co-host here. But stay tuned because I'm gonna be bringing, if this ever happens again, I'm gonna have a guest co-host that will be here. So check me out every Tuesdays, 8 p.m. when NXT come on. So that means, yeah, if you really hear that man talk that talk, you're gonna have to watch watch both of them and watch me at the same time. So that being said, check out my Brainbusters, brainbusterstees.com/Nasty Leroy, where you can get the hoodies of this. You can get hats. You can get a stream with the Nasty team, hats, shirts, you name it, we got it. You can be cold, you can be warm in the cold weather. Look at clean. Look at me. Being comfortable. The most comfortable brand out here in these streets. So that being said, I'm out. I'm Nasty Leroy, and this has been a cold dose of Naturelli. Peace. No, peace. Stay nasty, my friends. We got some good stuff coming up for you next week. Remember, tribalism doesn't exist. It's always fuck Hulk Hogan, fuck Matt Cardona, fuck MJF. Pittsburgh suck other than a few people. And don't be a rap bastard on Twitter. Be nice to people. Be kind. Oh, and also, fuck the rap bastard Tony Evans.